The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just go in there.
Okay. Well, you went there.
Ah, the monster stuff.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 3 for 9.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
To Harden. Has a chance? Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Harden in possession. Up by 3. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Paul. James Harden. 3 for 3 in this first half.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Big finish at the rim. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Lowry missed it, and the rebound comes down to Harden. Harden into the front court. His team up by 7. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Ibaka. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Capella. That's no good. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Harden with the basketball. Leads 5. That pass taken away by Toronto. Serge Ibaka. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Marc Gasol, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. It's Harden. Gets a shot up off the mark. To Leonard. Has a look. Kawhi Leonard. 4 out of 10. Paul into the front court. 2-point advantage. To P.J. Tucker. And look out.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Knocked loose. Lowry picked up by Paul. That one out of bounds off a rocket. So possession remains with Toronto. Here's Leonard for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
To Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 of 4 now.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Come on, help get me over.
And they call it. Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Tucker.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Harden. That won't go. To Paul. The pass set it all up.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Number 15.
Finish that. Gordon with it. Leads a bucket. Oh, whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. The Raptors now hold a penalty.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Leonard. Not that time. He misses. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Houston with the basketball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Can't connect.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. The first half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Can't connect from inside. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Harden with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Is good.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Harden. The rebound comes down to Toronto. To Leonard. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. And now Houston has the basketball. Taken by the Raptors. To Leonard. And a putback slam.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
To Paul. Here's a chance from long range, and CP3 knocks it down from 3.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Leonard, that's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harden to Paul. Toronto has the basketball. Kawhi Leonard. And strokes it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Terrific vision. Has a chance. Gordon shoots. Can't connect. To Leonard. It was right there. Paul into the front court. Up 5. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Harden shoots. That's rebounded by Toronto. To Leonard. Trying to cash in. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
For Houston, number 35.
Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Gordon with it. Leads 1. Paul. Won't go down. Lynn with it. Looking to make something happen. Ibaka. Not that time. He missed it. To P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. From long range. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Paul. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Arnell serving a penalty. Serving in. Number
Paul.
14, Gerald Green.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Faried. Lynn. Jeremy Lin. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Woo. That pass speaks for itself. There's nothing more to say about that one. Wow.
Tucker to Paul.
Yep, right there, yep. Shot.
And he hits. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Paul. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And look out. Big finish at the rim. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
The rebound belongs to Houston. That ends the third quarter. The Rockets with the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Fires the three, and the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Danny Green. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. Oh, he had it. It's James Harden once again. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent, but the other